Paul, it's been some week weather-wise. How's it affect the training and the preparation for Sunday's game?
I think the lack of training, I think, is more the important thing. We managed to get a good day in Thursday. To be fair, we had a very good training session Thursday, which was pleasing, probably our only one. But it's only the same as everybody else at this stage of the season. It is what it is. You can't get away from it. You just manage it. You just do as much as you can. And in the preparation for your game, obviously our game being Sunday, you know, and hopefully by Sunday you'll feel happy and satisfied with the work you've done.
Tuesday night's game, another game to be rearranged. Does it get frustrating for you at all?
Not really, no. It can do in relation to when you see Blackburn being top of the league and you're watching Sky Sports and they're saying, you know, we're going across to the leaders, you know, Blackburn Rovers. And, you know, if we'd have played our 4 games in hand now, we might have a chance of being top of the league. We don't know we would. We don't know we wouldn't. That's the way football is. So, you know, we worked hard to get to the top, and it's not nice when someone else is there. There's so much work to be done for Blackburn, Shrewsbury, ourselves, Rotherham, etc. You know, but there's always a nicety about being on the top. So there is. There's always a satisfaction.
And in terms of now to the rest of the season, so many games to fit in. Do you have much time for the training, or is it about preparing the games and recovery as well?
All managers work different now. They call it period. I'm not going to try and say the word. They call it period what? Period something, period in the trainings in terms of weeks and blocks. You know, for us, we genuinely try and work from week to week. We'll do all our preparation in relation to a week's work. Our detail will be to that week. So, for example, now we'll be looking at next week to Scunthorpe, but always a week ahead. You know, because of the weather and other disruptive things, you can never plan that far ahead for us. So, you know, we'll keep working away at what we do. There's bumps and bruises for everyone. Every team has difficulties. Some teams don't even have training facilities, do they? So, you know, we'll just keep managing the best we can.
And in terms of a look to Sunday then, going to Blackburn Rovers, it looks as though it's going to be some game.
Yeah, listen, it's one of them games, even at the beginning of the season, you look towards. You know, there's a few fixtures about that you genuinely look towards as a manager, and you go, well, when's that one? You know, Blackburn away at Ewood Park was one of them. Blackburn at home was one of them. You know, there's plenty of others like that too. Certainly with the Sky cameras there, I think it's the two teams obviously being relegated. There's so much hype and so much that you can say about the game. I think Blackburn have done absolutely outstanding. I think Tony's done an amazing job there. I think the 1 in 20, 40 feet. I think they're knocking wins out so repetitively. You know, again, you can go on about how good they are and what they're doing, but we go there with the belief that we're going to win. That's how we operate, that's how we work. I'm sure Tony's telling his players the same as I'm telling mine. You know, there's no difference really in sort of the approach to the game from both clubs. They've managed to get a jump on us now by continually winning in terms of being 6 points ahead of us with the 4 games in hand. In my opinion, Sunday's fixture will determine a lot of the outcome for the two teams finishing where they do at the end of the season. I think from our point of view, if we can go there and win, I think it'll give us a massive advantage over Blackburn on the run.
In terms of the run in there, you mentioned it would not only close that gap before playing the games in hand, but psychologically it would be a big blow.
I think that's the one, and Blackburn, and the reverse for us, by the way. You know, if Blackburn were to beat us, and Tony will be telling his players that it's 9 points, albeit we've got 4 games in hand, what would you rather have? I'd rather have the 9 points. That's the way football is. You know, Tony will probably feel the same. And as I say, the 2 good teams, the 2 very strong squads, very good players on view. You know, great stadium to play at, Sky cameras there, should be a big crowd in. It's one of them games that I think we should all look forward to.
Mentioning the Sky cameras, we've spoken about the FA Cup run a lot. Perhaps it's been a distraction for league matters regardless of that. Having had the exposure to the big games that you've had so far, does that add a favour to you ahead of this?
I listen, the FA Cup's just one of them competitions that once you're in, you're in. There's nothing you can do. You know, shocks are on the back of teams winning games that nobody expected them to win. Perfect example, Wigan Athletic versus Man City. Now we're playing Southampton. And even myself, now and again, you dream, what if we beat them? Not saying we will in any shape or form, but you're allowed to dream. You know, and the games then come thick and fast, cancel games with teams, Bristol Rovers, you know, Oxford, Bradford, you know, and possibly Fleetwood going on. And so all of a sudden the games can pile up. But then on the other side of that, it's the glamour, it's the media attention, it's everything it's brought the club. And would we change it? Not a chance. You know, we're in it, we're delighted with everything that's gone on. The night we had with Man City last Monday gone is a very special night for us all and everyone at the club. we've now got a massive challenge. We're not stupid, we know the games in hand are tough, but if we win our games in hand, we win this league. And when you've got that within your grasp, you know, until someone else takes it away from you, we'll stick to that belief.
And in terms of the big games, the West Ham, the Bournemouth, the Man City ones, your side have got, I suppose, the experience of it this season at really lifting themselves for those big games.
I just think you keep going. You guys who've interviewed me all year know what I'm like. You know, it's the same after we lost to Blackpool a couple of weeks ago at home and people get a bit down. I think it was 6 days later we're beating Man City at the same stadium. That's what football can do to you. So as a manager, you've got to try and manage all them expectations. Tony at Blackburn's done it fantastically well this year. You know, Blackburn never got probably the start that everyone wanted. You know, there's always hype around different stuff. In my opinion, Tony's one of the top managers about. He just kept his team going, kept them doing what we're supposed to do. It's a long race. No one's near the finishing line, yet anyone who can finish above Blackburn now will be promoted this year.
And in terms of the team, you said everyone was fit and available to select from on Tuesday. I take it that's the same, is it?
Without a shadow of a doubt, we've got, you know, the squad's trained this week as much as we can together. Do you know, we were full tilt on Tuesday night at Bristol Rovers in terms of our players, squad. You know, Nathan, Nick Powell, everyone's fit, available, chomping at the bit and really looking forward to the game.
You mentioned Nick Powell. A lot of the fans will be making the comparison between Nick Powell and Bradley Dack. They've got a number of attacking options in their side, don't they?
Listen, you know, with all due respect to both players that you mentioned, I think Blackburn fans will be very happy with Bradley Dack. I'm sure Wigan fans are very happy with Nick Powell. And as a manager, I'm sure I know which one I'd rather have. I'm sure Tony would rather have Dack. And we're not getting involved in that. Dack's having an outstanding season. He's a really good player. His finish on Tuesday night against Wimbledon was sublime. And as I say, the good players. And there's plenty of other good players on view on Sunday. You know, that's for sure. I think both squads are littered with strong players.